Hello, my dear friend. Before we talk about English, I want to talk about you because maybe today you're feeling like you're not good enough. You've tried, you've failed, you've been silent. You understand the words, but they get stuck inside you when you try to speak. You look at confident people speaking English and think, why not me? You feel small, you feel behind, you feel like you're too late. Maybe you think you're not smart enough, not young enough, not lucky enough. And that's where this story begins. Because I was there too. Chapter 1, Lost in Silence. I still remember the first time someone spoke English to me. I froze. I heard their words, but my mind couldn't catch up. My heart started beating fast and my mouth stayed shut. I was too afraid to say anything. I just smiled. A small, nervous smile. And inside I felt like crying. I walked away from that moment feeling ashamed. Why can't I just say something? Why is English so hard for me? I had studied English in school. I memorized grammar, did the exercises, passed the tests. But real life? Real conversations? Real speaking? I had nothing. I began to believe that English was not for people like me. Maybe English was for confident people. Maybe English was for rich people or smart people or people who had friends to practice with. But not for me. Not for someone who gets scared. Not for someone who doesn't have anyone to speak with. Not for someone who feels invisible. That belief, it broke my heart. And for a long time I stayed silent. Chapter 2, A Quiet Question. One night I sat by my window. The world outside was quiet, but inside my thoughts were loud. I kept hearing this little voice inside my head saying, "You'll never speak English. You're not good enough." But that night, another voice whispered back, a soft, tiny voice. It said, "What if you tried again, but with love?" I blinked. I had never thought of learning English with love. I only knew pressure, shame, fear. But what if I gave myself kindness? What if I stopped saying I can't and started saying, I'm learning? That night I made a decision. Not to be perfect, not to be fluent in 30 days, but just to begin again with love. Chapter 3, My First Step. The next morning, I did something small. I opened my phone. I searched simple English phrases, and I picked one. Hello, how are you today? I said it out loud. Slowly, softly. Hello, how are you today? I smiled. That one sentence felt like a mountain, but I said it, not perfectly, not loudly, but I said it, and that was enough. Every day after that, I practiced just one small thing, one phrase, one new word, one gentle reminder. I am learning. I am growing. Chapter 4, Speaking to Myself. I began talking to myself in the mirror. Yes, it felt strange. Yes, it was awkward. But there was no one to judge me. So I became my own teacher. My own friend. Good morning, how are you? I'm feeling a little tired today. That's okay. You're still doing your best. These were simple, soft conversations, but they made me braver every day. And slowly something magical happened. I started to enjoy it. Chapter 5, A New Belief. I stopped asking, am I good at English? And I started asking, how can I enjoy learning today? I listened to calm English podcasts. I watched English cartoons with subtitles. I repeated simple phrases I heard in movies. I wasn't doing it to be perfect. I was doing it to feel free. And the more I let go of fear, the more my heart opened. I began to believe something I never believed before. English is not a test. It's a bridge to people, ideas, and new parts of myself. Chapter 6, I Am Not Alone. One day I found a video online. A girl from a small village was speaking English so beautifully. She said, "I didn't go to school for English. I just practiced every day alone with love." And I cried because I saw myself in her. She wasn't perfect. She wasn't rich. She wasn't born fluent. She just believed she could. And she did. And in that moment I realized I'm not alone. There are millions of people learning, just like me. People who are scared. People who are shy. People who cry at night because they want to speak but feel stuck. But we're not broken. We're becoming. Chapter 7, A Message to You. So now, my dear friend, I speak to you. If your heart is heavy, if you feel like you're too slow, if you feel like giving up, please don't. Because learning English is not about how fast you are. It's about how kind you are to yourself. Speak one word, then another, then a sentence, then a story, and soon you'll speak from your soul. I promise you, you can learn English, no matter who you are, and I'll walk with you, step by step, day by day. You are enough. You are smart. You are strong. And you are ready. Part 2. Tiny Steps, Big Changes, My Journey to Learn English. Chapter 1. The Morning Routine That Changed Everything. Each morning I would open my eyes and whisper to myself, "Today, I will try again." It didn't matter if I had made mistakes the day before. It didn't matter if I had forgotten a word. All that mattered was that I showed up. I created a tiny routine. No pressure. No long study hours. Just one phrase. One gentle sentence. One small success. I made tea, sat by the window, and practiced saying, "Good morning. I hope you're doing well." And even though I was speaking to no one, somehow I was speaking to my future self. Chapter 2. Falling in love with the language. I stopped seeing English as a school subject. I started seeing it as a way to love life more deeply. Instead of memorizing rules, I began listening. I watched English stories with subtitles. I repeated sentences slowly, like a song. I believe in myself. It's a beautiful day. Everything will be okay. These were not just English phrases. They became my affirmations, my soft prayers. English was no longer something I had to fight with. It became a gentle friend who helped me feel stronger. Chapter 3. Speaking Without Fear. I began talking to my phone. Yes, I know. It sounds silly, but I would turn on the voice recorder and just talk. Today, I went to the market. I saw a little cat. It was so cute. At first, I stumbled over words. My accent felt strange. I paused too much, but I kept going. Each time, my voice grew a little more confident, a little more steady. I wasn't speaking for the world to hear. I was speaking to become brave. And little by little, my fear began to fade. Chapter 4. Training My Brain with Love. Learning English is not just about your mouth. It's also about your mind. My mind used to say, "You sound bad. You will never get it right. People will laugh at you." But I started replacing those thoughts with kinder ones. "You're improving. Mistakes mean progress. You're doing something brave." I began writing these messages on little papers. I put them on my wall. English is a journey, not a race. Progress, not perfection. Speak with your heart. Each time I saw them, I smiled. Because I was retraining my brain to support me, not shame me. Chapter 5. My English Bubble. I built an English world around me. Not big, just small and soft. I changed my phone language to English. I followed positive English-speaking creators. I listened to calm English podcasts before bed. I wrote my to-do list in English. I watched children's shows because the language was simple. Even if I didn't understand every word, I felt safe inside this bubble. English became part of my life, not just part of my study time. And slowly, it started to feel natural, because the world needs your voice, and I believe in you. So if all you do today is say one sentence in English, that's enough. If you just listen to a 5-minute English story, that's enough. If you just whisper, I am learning, that is more than enough. You're already becoming. You're already shining. And in the next part, I will tell you how I finally spoke English in front of others with joy, confidence, and peace. But for now, remember, tiny steps create big changes, and your journey is a masterpiece in progress. Part 3. Now I speak, and so will you. Chapter 1. The first real conversation. It was a quiet evening when I got a message. Would you like to join our English conversation group on Zoom? I stared at the screen. My hands were shaking. My heart was loud. For a moment, I hovered over the join button, and then I clicked it. My camera turned on. I saw 5 kind faces smiling at me. Hello, what's your name? Someone asked. I froze for a second, just like before, but then I remembered. You've practiced, you're ready, you don't have to be perfect. Just speak. I smiled and said softly, Hi, my name is Anya, I'm from India. Nice to meet you. Everyone smiled back. Someone said, You have such a soft, beautiful voice. And in that moment, I realized something big. I was finally speaking. Not perfectly, but peacefully. Chapter 2. The voice I thought I'd never have. There were so many times I believed I couldn't do it. So many days I cried in silence thinking, this is impossible. Maybe I should stop trying. But now, here I was, using the words I had once whispered to myself. I could express how I felt. I could ask questions. I could share stories. And every time I spoke, my voice grew clearer. My confidence became stronger. My heart grew softer. Because it wasn't just about grammar or vocabulary. It was about believing that I mattered, that my voice was worth hearing. Chapter 3. Helping Others Bloom. As I grew in English, something changed in me. I no longer wanted to just learn. I wanted to help. I started sharing short videos on social media, just like this one. Simple things like 3 daily English phrases to practice, how to speak slowly but clearly, a message for shy English learners. And something amazing happened. People from all over the world began messaging me. Your voice calms me. You made me believe I can speak too. I've never felt so understood in English before. I was in tears. Because once upon a time, I was the one searching for hope. And now, I had become hope for someone else. Chapter 4. What it really means to be fluent. Many people think fluency is no mistakes, perfect grammar, fast speaking, but my journey taught me. Fluency is connection. Fluency is courage. Fluency is kindness in your words. I've spoken with people from different countries with different accents, different grammar levels. And you know what? We understood each other. We laughed, we shared feelings. We connected. That's what language is for. So if your accent is different, it's beautiful. If you pause to think, you're thoughtful. If you speak slowly, you're clear. Don't change who you are to fit English. Let English fit you. Chapter 5. From Fear to Freedom. I used to be afraid of speaking. Now I feel free. Not because I never make mistakes. I still do. But because I no longer let them stop me. Every word I speak is a victory. Every conversation is a celebration. And you, my dear friend, you are on this same path. You are walking toward freedom, one word, one step, one brave moment at a time. Chapter 6. A story that belongs to you. The story you've been listening to? It isn't just mine. It's yours too. Because you are in the middle of your own English journey. You are waking up early to practice. You are whispering phrases to yourself. You're feeling scared but still showing up. And that is what makes you powerful. You don't need anyone's permission to grow. You don't need to be perfect to be proud. You just need to remember. Every small effort becomes a part of your story. And your story matters. Chapter 7. A message to the one who's still afraid. To the one who still feels nervous. Who listens more than they speak. Who hides behind smiles and nods. I see you. I was you. But I want you to know, you will speak. You will express your feelings. You will say the right words at the right time. You will grow into the person you dream of being. It won't happen overnight. It won't be easy every day, but it will happen. Because you have already started, and that is the bravest thing of all. Chapter 8. The Future in Your Hands. Now I make videos in English. I help others find their voice. I read books, watch films, and speak without fear. But I never forget the beginning. I never forget the silence, the tears, the long nights of doubt, because that's what makes this journey real. And if I can go from silent to fluent, so can you, in your own way, in your own time. The future is not just waiting for you. It's already being created by you every time you try again. Chapter 9. What I want you to remember. Here are the truths I want you to hold close. Your English doesn't need to be perfect, it needs to be honest. Mistakes are not failures, they are teachers. You are not behind, you are on your path. You are not alone, we are learning together. Your voice is not small, it is soft power. So please, speak, try, whisper if you must, but never stop. Because every word you speak takes you closer to your dream. Final words, a gift from my heart to yours. If I could reach through this screen, I would take your hand and say, you are already enough. You are already on your way, and you are doing so well. I am proud of you. Not because you're fluent, but because you're brave, and as you walk forward, let this be your mantra. I can learn English. I will learn English. I am learning English, and I am proud of myself. Thank you for walking with me. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for believing in yourself. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. Because now you speak. And so will the next person, because you showed them it's possible. You are not just learning a language. You are changing your life. With all my heart, I believe in you. I'll see you in the next lesson. And remember, you can learn English no matter who you are.